Is it true that periods sync to the moon and other people's cycles? Hi everyone, nerdy girl Gabriella here. While it's really tempting to think that periods sync to the moon and other people's cycles, there is no evidence to support this. First things first, menstrual cycles. They can last anywhere from 24 days to 38 days, and all of that is perfectly normal. While the global average menstrual cycle length is about 29 days, the lunar cycle lasts 29 and a half days. So if the average menstrual cycle is about the same as the lunar cycle, does that mean that they are connected? Not really. For menstrual cycles, 29 days is just an average, and the key word here is average. While menstrual cycles vary from woman to woman, throughout people's lives, and even from one cycle to the next, all of that is completely normal. Lunar cycles, though, are, according to NASA, 29.5 days long and repeat each month. Lunar cycles were predictable enough for a lot of cultures and religions around the world to build calendars around them. And I don't know about anyone else, but I certainly wouldn't be building any kind of calendar around the predictability of my cycle. When we actually look at the research, the evidence just isn't there. Some studies found that women are more likely to bleed around the full moon, and others found the opposite, that there's more bleeding around the new moon. Some show cycles start halfway through the lunar cycle, while others found no association at all. And if we look to our closest relatives, chimpanzees, their menstrual cycles average about 37 days. So if humans were syncing to the moon, why would other primates not be doing the same? And then there's other menstruating animals. Take the spiny mouse, for example. Their cycle is just 6 to 10 days, an awful lot shorter than a lunar cycle. But what about syncing with friends? This is also a really popular myth, and one that I fully bought into at university. The first scientific paper on this was written in 1971, and the study looked at 135 women living in dorms. But there were some issues with the data. For starters, women using hormonal contraceptives were also included, but they don't experience a true menstrual cycle, so their data shouldn't have been included. Secondly, the data was collected via recall. Women were asked about their last two periods at the end of a 2-month period. And as you can imagine, remembering exactly when you had your last period after 2 months can be pretty hard and prone to mistakes by a day or two either way. So if menstrual cycles last anywhere between 24 and 38 days, and the length of bleeding varies from a few days to 8 days, it's no surprise that there will be natural overlaps. But true menstrual synchrony isn't just about a few days of overlap. For real synchrony, we would expect repeated and coordinated cycles with similar start dates and similar end dates and similar bleeding days every month. And here's the thing, like syncing with the moon, the studies just don't back this up. So where does that leave us? Whether it's syncing with the moon or syncing with your friends, the evidence just isn't there. Menstrual cycles are unique and personal. They vary between all of us, and that is perfectly okay.